Our guest this hour from the IBEX show here in Tampa in 2025, Bill Yeargin from Correct Craft. You know, I don't know how many years we've been interviewing with you, but you've always had something prophetic to say about the industry.
Oh, wow. No pressure, Alan.
The industry's always had some type of flux, some type of theme, some type of change. This year, obviously, it's been the world of tariffs.
Yeah.
Something that was unexpected a year ago when we started talking.
Yeah.
What has come about from this that has changed operations, if anything at all?
Yeah, I think we've had to be a little more nimble because the most challenging thing for our industry is uncertainty, because uncertainty drives consumer confidence down. And so we've had to be a little more nimble with that and just sort of be able to react a little quicker. And you know, our markets continue to drop. This will be the 5th year in a row that retail boating sales, new boat sales, have dropped. So we've had to be not only nimble, but just a little more scrappy, as we operate. And so it's been an interesting year, Alan.
Does the consumer, the end buyer, change along the way here? Are you seeing some demographic shifts, if you will, not necessarily age, but just maybe background? Are they having to be a little more well-heeled financially to get into the product?
Well, boats costs have gone up. But it's interesting because it's not certainly not margin grab. Our industry is so interesting because competition drives prices up. And it's because people don't want a basic boat. People want a boat with all the bells and whistles, all the features and benefits, and that drives costs up on a boat. So, you go back to your Economics 101 class and they tell you competition drives prices down. That's not what happens in this industry. It actually drives prices up. However, there's a lot of great opportunities with used boats for people to enter the market. And, boats are built so well now that
they're lasting a long time.
One of the most common questions I get, Alan, is how long will a boat last? And I always tell people, if you take care of it, forever. It'll last longer than your lifetime if you take care of it. So there's great opportunities for people to get into the market through pre-owned boats. And still a lot of demand for new boats too, just not as much as we'd like right now.
You just ended your reign, if you will, your stint as chairman of the NMMA. What are your takeaways after having reached literally the top volunteer position for this organization, which is a huge family? Huge family.
Yeah. A number of things. First of all, NMMA's in great hands. Frank Ugelmeyer and his team are really outstanding. They're really in good hands. We do have some significant issues. We're looking at continuing to invest in the marketplace, how we expand boating throughout the marketplace, how we get more people interested in the boating lifestyle. I just had a long meeting on that just this morning. We're looking at workforce. How do we bring people into the workforce? Because the boating market's been down, the pressure's been off a little bit on the workforce, but it's coming back. The one thing that I know about our industry is it's very cyclical. And people over time, Alan, one of the mistakes that our industry makes is that we get captured by the moment. And so when the industry's down, everybody thinks it's down forever. When the industry's up, people think it's up forever. But it's cyclical. So we've been down the last few years, but it's going to go back up. It's going to turn back up. And workforce is going to be an ongoing issue for us. So, focusing on government relations and advocacy, we had a significant change. Last year this time we were worried about regulation. Right. This year we're worried about tariffs in the international marketplace. So no matter who's in office, there's things you need to focus on. So we've got a great team. We've got a great board that's very committed. A great team with Frank and his group, so we're in good hands.
And you're always looking for something new, which includes leadership of your brand. Transition time is about to take place at Correct Craft.
Yes. So I've been CEO of Correct Craft 20 years, and we've had a great time. We've had we've had explosive growth. We've gone from one company to 48 companies, and it's been an exciting time. But I made the decision earlier this year to step down next year, and we went through a great process of looking at potential candidates. It was really important to me that we have an internal candidate, and so I worked hard the last few years to develop internal candidates, The board upon which I sit, I'm part of the board, but the board, we looked at the internal candidates and we made a great selection. Our CFO, Zach Hutchinson, has been selected to step into my role. He'll do that next April 1st. I'm going to stay on as board chair, but I'm going to do my best to stay out of Zach's hair and just, I'll be involved when he wants me to be, and I'll be happy to step back when he doesn't.
And Zach is joining us now here at the table. Zach, I chuckle when I hear him say he's going to stay out of your hair because everybody that knows Bill knows that that's going to be a difficult
But is
choice.
that a comment about Zach losing his hair? Is that what you're saying, Alan?
He's starting the CEO already. I hate to tell you, but the next thing is a little gray.
Right. There's some coming in. Yeah,
You've been working at the company since what, the mid
2014.
2014.
Yeah, so 12 years.
And you've been in charge of a lot of innovation projects that Bill's already brought to the table, entered in innovation awards. You're going to continue that type of thinking, I'm sure.
For sure. That innovation in our industry is what separates, the best from the worst. And so it's a big part of our growth platform. It's a big part of our culture to be innovative. And so, we're just at the beginning. There's a lot of really neat things happening right now with technology. And we're right at the beginning. We're starting to integrate it within our products, within our companies. So I'm really excited to see what the next couple of years will bring.
One of the sub-themes I think I've heard during our sets of interviews here at IBEX is the importance of AI and incorporating that in innovation.
Yeah.
Where do you see its role coming into play for you?
I see AI really helping our brands pull information from our ecosystem, converging it together to make better decision and more seamless product.
And a little quicker decisions?
A little quicker, a little better, more accurate. Really help us serve our customers better because we're able to respond quickly.
You look like you're in that young family stage of life here. How critical is it to have an outlet like boating for families, do you feel?
Is greatly important. I've got two young boys. George just turned 8 yesterday, and Parker is 5. We spend our free time on the boat. We have a Parker that we keep over in New Smyrna Beach. Our most favorite thing to do is spend time together as a family on the boat. It's just wonderful.
How do you think you'll drive corporate culture within the company? I mean, you got a tremendous leader, obviously going to be around to be mentoring and so forth, but you're going to still probably put your initials on things.
Sure. Yeah, Bill and I have worked together very closely for the last 12 years, and Bill and I have a lot of the same values. We have a little bit, of course, two different people, maybe a little bit different working style, but the same values. And so, impact is really important to me. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm at Correct Craft. I know we have a platform for impact. Service, very, very important to me. I'm really excited to continue that culture of service in our philanthropy. So we're just at the beginning.
Your company has a long legacy of value-based.
100 years.
100 years of it. When you look back in the history books of 100 years and everything comes in different stages, and as a society we measure life a little bit differently based on the decade we're in. What do you think you're going to be able to look back on 25 or 50 years from now and be really proud of that's who you are, your DNA that's left on the company?
Yeah, so great question. And you're right, over the 100-year history of Correct Craft, there's just a number of different stories. The thing I'm going to be most proud of is the impact on the team members. So right now we're about $1 billion company. Got a growth plan for $2 billion. That growth plan is not just so we can make more money, more profit. It's to impact more people. And so I'm really excited to continue to grow to $2 billion, grow from there, and use that platform to continue impacting lives.
And in about a year, Zach will be back with us hopefully here and be able to talk about the next direction that's coming up, or who knows what tariff will be out there, or what the world will be throwing at us.
We don't know what it'll be, but there will be something.
There's always something on the blip line of timelines of history.
There always is.
Yeah. Zach, congratulations on the new position. It is ironic that it happens on April the 1st. You do.
I know. It's a big joke that I think Bill's been playing on me for the past few months. So
we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. All right. From IBEX in Tampa, I'm Alan Wendt.